Bot Radio Network listeners, hi, this is Byron Tyler in the land of Israel. I'm here with Mana Stafford, who is the Southwest Regional Manager for Bot Radio Network. And a trip to Israel has been planned. This is the inaugural trip to Israel with Bot Radio Network, and we're excited to be here. Mana, we just left Capernaum, and we got to see the house where Peter lived. And I'll tell you what, Ruti is just informing us with so much. And one of the things I learned about Peter's house that's been, how do you say it?
Excavated.
There you go.
Completely excavated.
But that's the word I was looking for. Thank you so much. That there was a room in the house that was built big enough for people to meet.
Right.
You know,
right.
And I had never realized that that would have been a possibility. But here in Peter's home, here in Israel, we see a room, and most of the rooms were quite small, just for sleeping, as Rudy has mentioned. But this particular room was an add-on to his room for the followers of Christ to come together, for Jesus to meet with them and to teach them.
Well, I loved that part. And you know, it was Peter's mother-in-law, and we know that the Lord was there and visited there and saw people there. And also we have a second, it's probably a 3rd century synagogue built on top of a 1st century synagogue, which is where the Lord would have gone. I mean, it's right really close to Peter's mother-in-law's house. And that was a really special place, wasn't it?
It was. Of course, Capernaum was where Jesus spent, a lot of time.
Yeah.
And a lot of New Testament events took place there. We're experiencing them here on this Holy Land trip with Bot Radio Network. Why don't we tell our listeners where we are right now?
Okay, this is fantastic. I hope they can hear the birds, Byron. This is the Mount of Beatitudes. It's just absolutely beautiful right here on the Sea of Galilee. The acoustics here are what makes people think that this is the very valley, the slope down to the water where the Lord taught from the water, and his voice carried up this mountainside. I hope they can hear that sound.
I don't know if they can with this particular microphone. It's good for close-up, but that distant sound. But we can hear just amazing birds right now. But to our right, if Tim, our camera guy, wants to pan that way a little bit to the right, down there's kind of like almost a cliff that goes down. It's believed that is where Jesus gathered his disciples and gave the Beatitudes because, again, the acoustics were so great. People could hear. And it's right on the edge of the Sea of Galilee, where we've spent much of today viewing places here in Israel. But we're, again, continuing these feeds for our Bot Radio Network listeners so you can experience with us on this inaugural trip to Israel. We've got more to bring to you, so keep it tuned right here on Facebook. Please share, and please tell your friends to tune in to Bot Radio Network.